Welcome back to math. Today we're going to do Module 7, Lesson 16. And today you're going to need your inch ruler from yesterday, whatever you used. And then in addition to an inch ruler, okay parents, sorry, but you got to make this too. If you don't have a yardstick at home, I have attached the printable yardstick page. It just needs one sheet of paper and it prints all the pieces of the yardstick, but then you have to put them together and you'll have this strip, okay? And then if you want to be able to use it over and over again, I cut out strips of a box, and it was great because I found a box that had exactly 12-inch sides, and so I used that I cut a strip of it for my ruler, and then I cut 3 strips of it because 3 of my rulers will equal 1 of my yards, 1 yardstick. And you can't even see the whole thing in this picture, but this is my yardstick. And as you can see, we have no tape, so I stapled them together, and when I got to places where the box seams, I stapled. It's gonna work. It's what you do when you can't get to a store to buy something, or you can't get to your classroom to get the materials you need. You just make it out of stuff you already have around your house. Okay, so anyway, you're gonna need to make this. Go ahead and get that ready. And make sure you have this. Pause me, and then when you're ready, or you can, if you have a yardstick or ruler at home, just use those. Okay, guys, today we're going to go straight to our problem set, because I know you've already done your sprints. So the first part of our problem says, center 1, measure and compare shin lengths. All right, if you look at the picture, the shin on your leg is that front part of your leg from your ankle up to your knee. So we need to decide when we think about people's shins, because I know we're going to have like little brothers and sisters that might have shorter shins, moms and dads that might have longer shins. Which tool do you think we should use to measure their shin? See, because I'm thinking with a little brother or sister, the inch ruler might work, but we might have to go to the yardstick if mom or dad are pretty tall to measure their shin. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your tool and you're going to measure everybody who's at your house. It says name there, and then you're going to need to measure the length of their shin, okay? All right, now maybe you only have one other person at your house. That's okay. You could, since you can't go anywhere, you can't go to anyone's house, you could call up grandma or grandpa if they're not doing anything and ask them, say, hey, how long is your shin? I could hear my dad now. He'd laugh. He'd say, well, I don't really know. I guess I'd go find something to measure and see. So you could call up people if you wanted to and ask them how long their shin is, and then you would have it on your data chart here. But really, just measure the people in your house and just put it here. Okay, and then it's going to ask you what the difference in length is between the longest and the shortest shin in your house. So I can't wait to see what those differences are. All right, when you have that done, pause, do it, and then come back. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, it says center number 2, we're going to estimate. We're going to see if we can't estimate or get pretty close to guessing how long things are before we measure them. So what we're going to do is, on these blanks, we're going to use the words more than, less than, or about the same length as. And then after we've recorded our estimate, then we're actually going to measure it and record it in the chart. So your estimate will go here, and then after you've measured it, your measurement will go here. And don't worry if your estimate is way off. That's the whole point. You're trying to get good at doing estimates. So you don't have to go back after you've measured it and change your estimate. Leave your estimate. All right, the first one says the length of a book is. Do I think the length of a book is more than, less than, or about the same length as a yardstick? Whoa! Well, I do have some of those big books in my classroom, but all the books around here, the books around this house are going to be way less than a yardstick. So I'm going to put on this blank here, the length of a book is less than a yardstick. But then I'm going to go ahead and measure, because what if I was wrong? I'm going to measure my teacher guide here. So let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. It is way less than the length of a yardstick. Okay. So actually, oh wait, I was supposed to actually measure it. Sorry guys. And the length usually is like, I guess it doesn't matter, the long way. This book is almost, can you see? It's almost 11 inches long. So I'm going to write down 11. Remember, you always write your unit there. 11 inches. Okay, so I'll let you finish those. You're going to need to do a door, and then it says a student desk. We don't have a student desk, I don't think, around here at our house, like the kind we have at school. So I might make a substitution. I'm looking over there and I see a piano bench. I might do the piano bench or some other piece of furniture in my house, okay? Pause me and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so you're back, and now Center 3 says choose the units to measure objects. Name 4 things in the classroom and circle which unit you would use to measure that item and then record it in the chart. All right, we're not in the classroom, but you're at home. So pick 4 things at home. I think I might pick, what would be fun to measure around here? Oh, I see a cup in the kitchen that somebody left on the kitchen table. I'm gonna put that down, cup. Now, would I measure a cup, like a cup that someone drinks out of, would I measure that in inches, feet, or yards? Okay. I can't even imagine measuring a cup in yards. That would be one tall cup. If I was going to measure it in feet, that would still be a serious cup, wouldn't it? So I'm probably going to say that when I measure a cup, I'm going to measure it in inches, because my cup is probably going to be somewhere, maybe like here. Let me see. I had one over here earlier. Well, you get the gist. So you're just trying to figure out, is it going to be a couple of inches? Is it going to be a couple of feet? Or is it going to be a couple of yards? So, and you need to pick the best way to do that, best unit for that, and put it in here. So for cup, I'm going to measure that in inches. So you'll find 3 more things around your house. So do that, pause me, come back. Okay, are you back? All right, center number 4 says find benchmarks. Look around the room to find 2 or 3 objects for each benchmark length and write each object in the chart and record the exact length. All right, things that are about 1 inch. Well, because I've been teaching over here, I can already see I've got something that's about 1 inch. That Lego I used. My staples that are left over from making my yardstick. Those are some benchmark things that might be about 1 inch. Well, really, this thing is more than 1 inch, but this thing is pretty close to 1 inch. So you'll look around your house. I'll bet you'll find some things. Things that are about 1 foot. And remember, 1 foot is 12 inches, the ruler. What things around this house might be about 1 foot? Probably my shoe might be about 1 foot long. I see some books around here. There's all kinds of things around here that might be 1 foot long, and I'll put those down. And then things that are about 1 yard. So I'm going to look around the house and try to find some things that are about this long and write those names down, okay? And then it says you need to actually measure it and write the exact length. So you'll do that. And pause me when you finish that, and then come back and we'll do the last part. Okay, guys, last part. Choose a tool to measure. Circle what you chose to measure each item, and then measure and record the length in the chart and circle the unit. So it's going to have you measure the length of a rug, a math book, you're at home so it can be any book, a pencil. This is length of chalkboard, but you're at home and you might not have that. You can measure a window. And then a pink eraser, which we don't have that over here, so pick something else. And then you can tell me which tool you used. Did you use the ruler or the yardstick? Because keep in mind, if something is smaller than the ruler, I would use the ruler. It's just easier to use, okay? You really only need to go to the yardstick if it's something big that needs a bigger measurement. All right? So that's it for today. Finish up these pages. Don't forget to send them to me, and I will see you back tomorrow.